Hi everyone. Today is day 24. My journey in India from by the time I reached, I forgot to say, from Ranchi to Muri, we had to travel by car because Muri is a very small place, and it was at that time. And the only big company was the aluminum company. And I was offered a job there as a manager, and I couldn't take it because my uncle would be working under me. Not just because of that, but I didn't want the job anyway. And then what my uncle did was he applied for a lot of job for me without my knowledge. And when I reached Howrah in Calcutta, there were two men with all ties and jacket waiting for me in the station. And I said, I have to check in the hotel because tomorrow morning I'm traveling to Kerala, to Chennai. They offered me 40,000 rupees for a stupid job. It was not for my qualification or my ability. It was because I spoke English. What? They said, oh, you can just come with us for wherever we go, just to speak English and make them understand what we were, our business and all that. I thought to myself, bullshit, I don't want such jobs. I'm not a PA or something. Anyway, 40,000 is a lot of money in 1963. That's what my uncle said to me. But I was not prepared to take any jobs there, any jobs in India, because every time a manager or someone walks into the office or something, everyone stands up. What kind of job is that? Maybe it's a kind of respect, but not for me. Anyway, from there, after traveling to Chennai, what they call Madras, and from Chennai to Kannur, my hometown, village, Pallikunnu. And there was where I spent some time with my uncle, my mother's youngest brother, who happened to be living there at this time. He was retired and all that. Retired from job because he was, I don't know, some problem in Aluvai or something. Anyway, there was that, and from there I left my luggages there and went to Trivandrum, where I went and met all my friends, great friends. One of them is living somewhere here in England. One is now, the person whom I went to is living in Kerala with his beautiful wife. And he has two children, both living away from him. Poor guy. Anyway, that's life they chose in their world. My life is different. I came to England. Well, it was nearly time for me to pack up, but after returning from India to Mombasa, some friends met me, and that's where that, if you see the icon of my picture, that photo was taken in the ship by some of the guys. They thought I was very handsome, but I don't think so. Maybe at that time I was being very modest. Anyway, after returning to Mombasa, it was nearly August, yeah. It was time for Uhuru, Independence Day, for Kenya. Kenya got their independence on 12th December 1963. And I still was working in Kenya. I went and got a job in the rayon mills in Changamwe. And I used to travel every morning from there to Changamwe and back. Of course, lunch, which I used to take back lunch. My mother used to make omelette with bread and give it to me. And everybody who was there, who was eating lunch there, wanted my omelette and bread. And they would give me chapati and dal curry, which I wasn't very happy. Anyway, I couldn't say no to them. There was an Arab chap who used to be on the lathe. Anyway, got short stories. They came from aluminum factory as well, some of them. Because aluminum factory, I worked there. When I went to India, I lost the job. So I had to seek another job. Ramesi Rayon Factory, that's what it was called. Ramesi Rayon Factory. It's a part of Chandaria group, I think. I'm not very sure. Anyway, I left that place in 1965. Early in 1965, maybe late. And my father said, "Why do you leave so early?" I said, I've made up my mind, I'm going to England. And the person who encouraged me was a friend here, was living in one of the flats. I wouldn't like to name him, but he still keeps in touch with me. He's married to an Italian, so now you'll know. Whoever is listening will know who the person is. And he said to me, you take this ship from Mombasa, when they'll be collecting all the people from Mauritius and Dar es Salaam and all that, and going to Mombasa. When they come to Mombasa, they'll pick some more people. And they'll stop at Aden and Djibouti and all that place. So they'll be picking people up on the way. Travel by third class, fourth class. Because the fourth class had hammocks in the bunker. And we had to sleep on hammocks. And the bloody ship rolls, the hammock rolls. And poor in 1965, my father told me, reluctantly, one of his drinking days behind this Ramji's tailor shop. I forgot his actually call it Ramji's tailor shop. My father used to go and have a drink there. So this particular day, my father called me in and said, "Come and sit down." So I said, "Of course, what's the matter now?" I made up my mind to go in 1966, but my father had an idea with him, so he called me and asked me, "When you go, will you take one of my son with you?" I said, "I am your son." He said, "No, not you. You take one of your brothers." I said, "Yeah, I'll take one of my brothers with me." "Which one?" "The third one from you." I said, "Okay." And the time came, 1966, time to move, and all the friends was there saying goodbye. And some of those friends I will never see again, but they were great friends. And I said goodbye to them. The next story starts my journey in the Ferdinand de Lesseps on March, I'll say when. Bye for now. Take care. Don't forget, as usual, subscribe. And make sure you listen to my stories. Bye for now.